There is no limit to inquisitive mind and perfection of knowledge. The Infinite Science program focuses on the latest scientific achievements, new developments and unique discoveries by Kazakh scientists. Infinite Science is an opportunity to see the future of science.
The laws of the motion of stars were discovered much earlier than the basics of the growth of grass that is under our very own feet. In the 17th century, Jan Baptist van Helmont, a Flemish scientist, demonstrated through an experiment that the plants build up the main share of their biomass not from the nutrients from the soil. And only 1.5 centuries later, it was discovered that the sources of their growth are sunlight and carbon dioxide. Hello, my name is Erke Bolanbek Mohanbet, and you're watching Infinite Science. In today's episode, the mobile app Wipon, protection from counterfeit goods. We have developed a very convenient system for submitting information into our system. Cell technologies, stem cells in medicinal practice. They can include burns, bone trauma for the recuperation of the bone tissue, organic products, harvest without chemicals and GMO. Ento means insect and fat from the Latin verb to eat. Every time when we buy products in a store, we risk purchasing counterfeit goods. It is quite difficult to prevent this. How can consumers distinguish an original product from a fake? Now, in order to do this, all a person needs is a smartphone and a special app that was developed by Kazakhstani IT specialists. Wipon is a software developed by Kazakhstani IT specialists. It is a mobile app which allows to distinguish counterfeit goods in a store. All that the user has to do is pass over the product with their smartphone, and Wipon can immediately detect a fake production. All that the user has to do is pass over the product with their smartphone, and Wipon can immediately detect a fake product. It does this by comparing the product information with its database. We are working in collaboration with the Committee of State Revenues on verifying alcoholic products. Around 12,000 users are already registered in our system, and we have helped expose about 30% of illegal alcohol in Kazakhstan. There are similar apps that exist across the world, but all of them are intended for use by specialists. The distinguishing feature of the Kazakhstani project is that it isn't aimed at an average consumer. Because of the wide coverage, the application allows the state to efficiently respond to the sale of illegal alcohol. With each scan, the system sends data to the Committee of State Revenues, and they are notified in which store counterfeit alcohol was detected. They send someone to check and confiscate the counterfeit goods. At the moment, the possibility of detecting fake medication is being worked out with the Ministry of Health, and next in line are food products. What's more, a producer can register their product in order to prevent fakes being sold. Already more than 5 million products have been registered this way into the database of Wipon. We have developed a very convenient system for submitting information into our system. A producer can submit information about their product within an hour, and consumers, when scanning this product, will be able to receive this information. The app Wipon has already earned many awards. For example, in the fall of 2015, it became a winner in the Battle of Startups, in which more than 312 IT projects from all across the world took part. The received prize of $25,000 will allow to continue to upgrade the program. Its developers are planning to expand its range of functions, in particular to introduce a function of verifying conformity with certification, for example in case of halal products, as well as adapt the application for online shopping. Today, stem cells are being actively used in the treatment of many diseases, including maxillofacial surgery. Kazakhstani scientists are also working on an alternative technology for treatment using stem cells. Embryo stem cells have practically unlimited possibilities for solving a whole array of medical problems. However, despite the rapid development of cell technologies, the use of embryo stem cells every day raises a number of ethical problems. That is why Kazakhstani scientists at the Faculty of Maxillofacial Surgery are actively researching cell technology for use in medical practice. In this case, we get autologous stem cells, the stem cells of the patient, cultivate them and grow them in large quantities, and then use in the various treatment in dental surgeries. Fatty tissue can serve as the source of the autologous stem cells of the patient. Once it is harvested, the fatty tissue is sent to the laboratory. With the aid of various reacting agents, scientists separate the stem cells based on their appearance. The further use depends on the type of the disease. They can include burns, bone trauma, for the recuperation of the bone tissue, in cases of periodontitis, for the recovery of the structures of the periodontium. The advantages of this technology is not only in its wide application, but also the accelerated recovery period of patients. There's a 2- to 3-fold improvement, faster regeneration of tissues, bone, connective, including skin. At the moment, Kazakhstani scientists have already completed all the main stages of laboratory research. Now the technology will be tested on a focus group of volunteers. All across the world, the demand for organic products is growing. These include ecologically clean fruits and vegetables that were grown without the use of chemical agents and genetic engineering. But how can one guarantee a good harvest in these conditions? Science suggests that the answer should be looked for in the basics of the ecosystem. One of the main postulates of ecology states that the world consists of biological organisms that are closely interconnected. This principle also works on cultivated fields. Each harmful insect has its own entomophage, which keeps its population in check. Ento means insect, and phage from the Latin verb to eat. These entomophages are the organisms that eat, or thus kill insects harmful for the harvest. At the Kazakh Institute of Plant Protection Quarantine, this natural phenomenon is being used for obtaining ecologically clean products. Here, scientists grow and propagate specific entomophages. Among them are the ladybird, the bug Aureus insidiosus, and the golden-eyed fly. They are used in the greenhouses as well as on the fields. We use Harmonia exuridis, which is a ladybug, on the open ground, and in the closed ground, only the larva. And the golden-eyed fly and the Aureus bug we use in the protected ground, in the greenhouses. The living biological agents exclude the need for using pesticides. This means that the working conditions improve for the farmers as well. In order to set up the propagation of useful insects, scientists capture these entomophages in their natural environment, and then they study them in the laboratory in order to figure out what are the optimal conditions for their habitat. We keep them in small gardens which can be made out of capron or glass. Therefore, there are different gardens, depending on the insect type, because some are big and some are really small. Some are predators. They catch and eat the harmful insects, and others, on the contrary, parasitize. Today, Kazakhstan has 2 similar bioplants in the cities of Almaty and Shymkent. The effective bioagents are delivered to the farmers, together with the recommendations on their use. These methods of bioprotection are already being implemented on the cotton fields. The plans of the scientists include distribution of the use of this method on other crop cultures in other regions of the country. It is not only the appearance of the modern structures that depends on the construction materials that are used, but also their functionality. For residential and administrative buildings, heat insulation is of special importance. There are many alternatives for ensuring heat insulation. Kazakhstani scientists are also ready to present their own invention in this respect. More on this in our next episode. Discover infinite science with us. Until next time.